Alright guys, introducing a brand new house on the channel before. I've never spoken about this house, and there's two great things going for this house, and I'm going to tell you what they are. First of all, they're all gourmand fragrances. In fact, the three fragrances I'm going to talk to you about, it's a trio of fragrances inspired by carnival treats, sweet treats that you can eat and drink. And also, they're very inexpensive fragrances, $25 for a 30 ml. So it won't break your bank, and you'll have these wonderful gourmand fragrances that you can wear and smell and, you know, be cozy and smell delicious and things like that. So Le Monde Gourmand fragrances, the three fragrances I'm talking about are Sucre de Coton. We also have MAIS Souffle, and then finally Le Soda Pop. So the brand's doing a giveaway. We're giving away all three fragrances in 30 ml to one subscriber of this channel from the USA. And then we also have a second prize of all three fragrances in smaller bottles that comes in a box kit. So if you're curious to learn about Le Monde Gourmand Carnival Collection fragrances, then please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian. Yes, today we're talking about Le Monde Gourmand Carnival collection of fragrances, three different fragrances inspired by sweet treats at a carnival. Really yummy fragrances. They're simplistic fragrances that are also layerable. I'm going to tell you all about this. Plus they're very inexpensive. They won't break the bank whatsoever. You can buy four fragrances for $100, 30 ml each, which is great. And you'll have a variety of different fragrances to pick from, and you can layer them because they won't interfere too much with one another. And then of course layer them on their own. They make great bed scents. They're fine to make, you know, gifts for someone. They'll make great holiday treats or gifts during the holidays because you can put them in stockings and things like that. I think it's a great idea for these fragrances, and again, I'll let you know what they're all about. And then stay tuned at the end to find out what the giveaway is or how to participate. But let's go ahead and get started with the Sucre de Coton. This is it right here in blue juice right here. So Sucre de Coton and all the fragrances come in a 30 ml bottle, and they are eau de parfum concentration, and as I said, $25. Really inexpensive. And Sucre de Coton has notes of mixed berries, pink cyclamen, and vanilla sugar. That's it. That's basically all they list. But for me, it's kind of a simplistic take on a kind of a sugar, water, simple syrup kind of an idea. But basically, it's inspired by the cotton candy. And you know what kind of a, you know, smell the cotton candy has. It's got that sweet, sugary, vanilla kind of smell, light fruitiness perhaps in there as well. Maybe some light floralcy, because that's basically what they've done to create this particular fragrance. We've got mixed berries in the notes. So there's definitely a light fruitiness coming in. Pink cyclamen, it's got some light floral touches. For me, it's very sweet, vanillic, a bit ambery, gourmand fragrance here. Really nice to wear, and I felt like I can layer this particular fragrance perfectly with the other two fragrances. And what I like about this particular fragrance also is that it's easy to layer other fragrances as well. Like if you're looking for a fragrance that needs some depth, a little more intensity with sweetness or something, use this one, because the notes are, the fragrance actually I should say, is created in a way that it won't interfere too much with what's going on with the other fragrance you're trying to boost up or intensify. And I feel like it does a great job layering other fragrances, because you may want to add some little sweetness or things like that. But on its own, I feel like it's a great fragrance. It's sweet, it's very cozy, it's fun, it's playful, and you know, I think it's great to wear. So this is Sucre de Coton, the first fragrance I'm talking about from the house of Le Monde Gourmand. I'm going to talk a little bit about how Sucre de Coton layers with the next two fragrances, because I did do some layering with those two fragrances. I didn't layer it with other fragrances, but after layering it with MAIS Souffle and Le Soda Pop, I feel like it'll be a great layering tool for other fragrances. But we'll talk about MAIS Souffle here, which is my favorite of the three fragrances, because I'm obsessed with popcorn. I can eat popcorn every day and night. I'm obsessed with popcorn. Love this stuff. It's a really favorite snack of mine. And I love to watch movies as well. So watching movies and eating popcorn is a great idea for me. And here we've got that kind of a sweet popcorn treat idea captured perfectly in perfume form. Once again, it's an EDP concentration, 30 ml, $25. It features notes of crispy apple, popcorn accord, whipped butter. Basically, those are the notes. Once again, it's a little more complex. That's why I felt like Sucre de Coton makes for a better layering tool, because it intensifies the fragrance. But for me here, I really get the popcorn. It's totally in my face. I like that about it. So it's a bit crisp, it's a bit nutty, and definitely that popcorn touch. touch. The butter also, the whipped butter has a very textural wear. When you're wearing it, you can actually, you know, wear the texture of the butter. It's got that smooth butteriness in there. The only thing I didn't notice too much is the crispy apple. I feel like it's not very fruity, and I was kind of disappointed with that. But for me, I do get a kind of a caramelized popcorn treat experience here, which I really think it's a fun, sweet treat. Really lovely. It's very sweet and nutty, lightly fruity and buttery, and very, very creamy in the end. Of course, caramelized sugar comes into mind as well. And the crispness and the crunch of the popcorn, very, very prominent here. And for me, when I layered it with the sucre de cotton, it just basically intensified the sweetness, and it added a little bit of fruitiness in there, a little more than what's, you know, in MAIS souffle already. And then of course it added a bit of a floralcy as well. But in the end, this is so delicious, and I can't believe it's so inexpensive. I really like it. I think it's because I love popcorn, and it totally takes me to that whole, you know, space where I'm sitting in front of a movie and eating popcorn, but what I'm eating is basically caramelized popcorn. A great treat. This is MAIS souffle, my favorite of the three. It's quite yummy. And finally, the third fragrance I'm going to talk to you about, my second favorite from the collection, it's Le Soda Pop, this one right here. This once again is EDP concentration, and the 30 ml is $25. It features notes of cola accord, jasmine, and cane sugar. For me, this is a very fizzy and sparkling, effervescent fragrance. You definitely experience that. Just imagine opening up a can of Coke and it's sparkling, it's a fizzy everywhere. Put it to your nose, it's hitting your nose. That's what you get with this one. You definitely experience that, which is kind of fun and makes for a very playful wear. But you do have some touches of jasmine and sugar. It's sweet for sure, but very fizzy, very floral, sweet. Vanillic and amber comes to mind as well. Just imagine when I was wearing it, I felt like I spilled a little bit of Coca-Cola on me, which is kind of fun because I haven't been drinking Coke for years and years and years. I don't do it unless I really am craving it. Once in a while I do. With this one, I'm kind of reminded that I'm wearing it in perfume form, obviously. So this one actually layers really beautifully with the sucre de cotton. For me, it intensifies the sweetness here, and I feel like Le Soda Pop is the least sweet out of the three fragrances. So if you want it to be a little bit sweeter, definitely layer it with this the sucre de cotton. It just intensifies the sweetness. It adds a bit of fruitiness, and it also adds a bit of floral touch to the fragrance. So it's a great collection of fragrances, I think, because the price point is so low. I feel like these are fun and playful fragrances that you can experiment with, buy them individually or buy a bunch and see what they are together, mixed with one another, maybe layer 2 fragrances or 3 fragrances, create for your own unique fragrances. I think they're totally doable that way. The other thing I should say is those are the pros, and the cons would be that they are definitely simplistic fragrances. So if you like the idea of complex fragrances, these are definitely not that, but they are only selling them for $25. And of course, when you layer the fragrances together, they do get a little more complex, obviously, and you can come up with some unique smell, which would be amazing kind of a thing. So that's kind of a con for these fragrances. And one other thing I should say that's part of the con list, I would say that these are kind of leaning feminine, a bit girly as well. So if you don't like the idea of these kind of fragrances, this might not be it for you. But for $25 each, I think they're really, really worth it. And I like having inexpensive fragrances around like this because they also make great bed scents and things like that. Anyway, those are my thoughts for these 3 fragrances from Le Monde Gourmand. What are your thoughts? Have you checked these fragrances out? I have a link to Amazon in the info box to all of the fragrances. You can go catch them and see them over there. But let's get to the giveaway now. We're doing a bottle of each of the fragrances to 1 subscriber. So you get 3 fragrances for the prize. And then we also have 3 fragrances in smaller bottles in a box gift set as well. So all you have to do is put a comment down and let me know which fragrance sounds the best to you, and then also put down what you liked about this video, and then put down your state to qualify for the giveaway. And then of course, when we select the winners, the first winner will get the first prize of the 3 full bottles, and then the second winner will get the smaller gift box of the smaller bottles. Anyway guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on this collection. Have you sampled them? Do you have a favorite? They have a ton of other fragrances, I should say. I'm not speaking about those here in this video, obviously, because we're focusing on this Carnival collection. but maybe in the future I'll do another video of some of the other fragrances. But for now, let me know if you know the brand, let me know if you have some favorites, or let me know if you are curious to discover this collection. Other than that, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.